Happy Friday morning, everybody. It's kind of a checkup on my own week, and this is just to make my video so I can watch it later and see if it's as chaotic as I think it is. Still debating on whether or not to become part of the medical cannabis corruption program, whatever you want to call it. I haven't convinced myself yet. It's horribly corrupt. It's extremely overregulated. It's definitely not made for patients, but they'll funnel people there and there'll be a lot of money, and that's what they want medical marijuana to be about. So it's whether or not I want to jump into it. There's a lot of factors in that. I can come up with a lottery fee. I still don't approve of that in any way because I don't want to play the lottery for a chance to win this. I've been in the industry. $30,000 license fee be a lot harder to come up with, but it can happen. But you also have to show that you have $150,000 in liquid assets, and I'll just tell you now, the tax man don't allow that very often with small businesses, so it's going to be hard to come up with that. But that's just one part of my day. The other part is, I've got this second business that I absolutely love. I love helping people. This is one of the best things I've ever done, but I haven't had many calls this week, which is good for people. That means they haven't lost pets. Not necessarily good for business, but it's been good for me. It's been a ridiculously busy week. I've also been in the middle of acquiring another business. Not that I wanted the business at all, but I wanted the location. So I was going to buy a vape store and assume all their business, $11,000 business. It wasn't too awful big. And then assume their lease and move Kentucky CBD Pharmacy Nicholasville to this new location. Well, went out and got the 11 grand, which ain't no easy task, just so everybody's really clear about that. That's not just little money, that's real money. Cash in hand, cashier's check. Had went through all the process to buy the business. Many trips, many talks, many meetings. This is this lady's business. She's retiring. She wanted to sell out of her business, and I agreed to buy her business as long as I could have the lease. And she was ready to go retire. So that was Monday. And then Tuesday, started talking to the landlord at the new place. And I'd already turned in the notice to my current landlord, by the way, because I'm respectful. I try to respect my landlord, but then the landlord started getting concerned, asking if we're head shop, asking if we have smoking pipes. Again, I'm buying out a tobacco nicotine vape store that's currently there. So he started worrying about if I was a head shop and all that stuff. And smoke shop's got a bad name, I know that. We've never been one. I've never competed with one. We are our own entity. We're medically related. We help people. We're not a head shop, though we sell THC, and whether or not we're a head shop just basically depends on how you think of marijuana. But ultimately, the new landlord decided he did not want to lease to us, despite us having great credit, the money in hand, and a perfect lease, and a great rent history. He didn't want to rent to us because he didn't want to be associated with marijuana in his store. So that's the Save-A-Lots. Just so you know. I've also found that you can't rent anything in strips next to some financial place. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but renting is hard enough for a CBD store because people associate it with bad stuff. They don't never associate it with the good stuff. So we even have a hard time renting places. So basically, can't rent that. So the business acquisition fell through, which totally on me. I'm not going to buy the business if I don't have the spot to sell it there. It's the only reason I wanted it. So, things happen for a reason, guys. I'm just hanging on, seeing what happens. I've got this month to decide whether or not to even file for a medical license, which, again, out loud, I do not agree with at all. If I file for medical marijuana, It is literally to do exactly what I've done with Kentucky CBD Pharmacy, and that is to reach and speak to people one at a time and let them know hemp and marijuana are the exact same thing, and the medical is nothing more than a tax difference. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that we don't let the legislators make these laws without our involvement, because the last time they did that, it took us 100 years to fix it. And they're doing it right now, but they're saying it another way. They're still passing prohibitive laws and then telling you that it's something else, so you clap for it. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to be real careful with what they're putting on media and what you're understanding as what they're saying, because they're just saying it another way. So today I wake up, get ready to roll. I've got to wait till the city to shut down tonight, that way I can start my marketing campaign this evening on Friday evening, because they'll take my signs up if I don't. Then I've got to be out and ready to get them up Sunday evening before they go back to work Monday morning. But ladies and gentlemen, that's just owning a small business, and that's 4 days of it. Working on the 5th day now. I love it. Gives me something to do, keeps me healthy, keep me young. I'm awake, I'm alive, and I'm ready to ride. If you lost a pet, give me a call at the final ride. Pet's still kicking, needs to feel better, call me. You or your granny need to feel better, call me, Kentucky CBD Pharmacy. And you know, if you want in on the medical marijuana thing, give me a call. Your funding might be that one thing that puts me over the top. Deuces.